Hi, I'm Sandra D, and I'm so excited to tell you about the Charismatic Cowgirl program. It's part of several that we're rolling out for horse-powered consulting, and Charismatic Cowgirl is specifically designed for success-driven women to help them connect to higher confidence, better relationship skills, and better leadership skills by reconnecting to nature and themselves using horses. So a lot of the women that have gone through the program so far describe it as being magical. It's definitely not woo-woo. It is actually based in science. Heart Math Institute has actually done some studies that measure the electromagnetic field of various living things. We've discovered that horses have an electromagnetic field that is 8 times larger than our own. Not only that, but it's compassionate. In other words, it can affect our bodies and how efficiently we're working. It'll calm us down. It's one of the reasons why, if you are a horse girl or you know a horse girl, we tend to say that we feel better when we're around our horses. Well, now there is an actual scientific reason why that is true. Now, for the women that take the class, there's also something about just getting out into nature. There's something almost an awe about it. And awe is an emotion that people are studying a little bit more in the field of positive psychology. It's been ignored basically up until now. While it is a positive emotion, positive emotions tend to make us want to get excited and jump around. But this positive emotion actually helps us to connect and focus. So if you think about when you're in awe of something, some people are in awe of horses. And in that case, this really, really works to our advantage, because when you're in a state of awe, it's almost like mindfulness. So when you increase the dopamine, which is what happens when you get people out in nature, and you decrease the stress hormones, and you increase their sense of awe and their sense of almost mindfulness and focus, you have the perfect setting for being able to reach people and help them change their thoughts and really go through a transformation. So we've had women come in, for instance, that have been so overwhelmed. They're at the top of their game in their business. Their family is taking a lot of their energy, and so they're creating support for their family. They're supporting everybody in their business. They're at the top of their game, as I said, and there's a lot of overwhelm that goes along with that. Sometimes they even have started their own charity, or they're heading an organization for their field, and they are really just at the point where they just need support and they feel like they don't have it. It's almost like an isolation combined with overwhelm. Now, these are some of the women that, interestingly enough, have come and walked into the round pen with the horse. We don't ride, by the way, but they build relationships with the horses in the round pen. So they walked into the round pen and just literally found themselves just at peace, sometimes even hanging on the horse, having the horse support them, and just lowering that blood pressure perhaps, and really just coming into themselves and taking a breath and feeling support from the other women in the group. That's their first breakthrough. Now they're set up to really accomplish a lot more. If it's a full day or if it's a 2-day retreat, there's a lot of things that can come from that. But imagine trying to put leadership skills and relationship skills on top of someone that is already overwhelmed and feeling lonely and isolated and stressed. So that's one of the reasons that this program works so amazingly well. Now, I've also had people come in actively learning leadership skills. I had one woman that got her horse to move. She was very energetic. She was a great leader even in her business. She was a CEO. And when she was exhausted from running after the horse, it occurred to her that she does the same thing whenever she is leading her people. She needs to learn to let them go. So she actually saw something that was exhausting her on a daily basis played out there while she was working and build a relationship with the horse. So I can't tell you what your particular experience is going to be. You choose your horse, you choose your equine partner, and whatever it is that comes up for you is going to be the perfect thing. That's one of the reasons that these professionally facilitated sessions go so well, is humans don't really step into and manipulate so much. It's just a natural process, and it's quite amazing. You know what gets me up? What gets me up in the morning and gets me excited about this is I see women's faces when they suddenly come back into their own self-appreciation, and that's where they can learn to build those leadership skills and relationship skills, and they get excited about themselves and what they can change about themselves and what they can change in the world around them. And so by giving them this opening and giving them the strength to reconnect with us, in some circles, if it's allowed, I'll say I like to help women see themselves as God sees them instead of the way we see ourselves through the filter of stress and maybe the negative self-talk and the negative talk that has been given to us over our lifetime. And as for my story, why I'm doing this, you might want to know this. I've been teaching charisma and teaching confidence to women for quite a long time. I worked for many years as a successful actress, which in itself, after I was done with the one, realized that was pretty unusual. But as an actress, I actually hid behind those characters. I didn't have the sense of self-appreciation that I like to help women find. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm so driven to do this. I launched Charisma on Camera years ago to help women with their presentation skills on camera, off camera, and public speaking. And while I love doing that, using the horses is something that is just so deeply rooted in me. I love horses, of course, but I've been studying animals and human behavior since really, I think, since I could talk and since I could read. So this is a great fit for me, and I think it's an awesome program to be able to help women accomplish what they need to in the world. Love to know what you think.